Hello, the wonderful people of the SwagSeal community. Been a while, yeah? Anyways, let's get straight to it. Nekopara. Why it is the greatest visual novel, and also game of all time. Reason 1. Catgirls. Reason 2. It represents society's struggle for equilibrium in a changing and ever-growing world that ironically oppresses and judges everyone while trying to help and encourages the people of society. This self-destructive nature is alluded to its eventual demise and unhappiness of everyone and everything good and green of this world. Reason 3. A man's struggle to find his place in society is conflicted with a situation of sacrificing his own morality for his own happiness and his companions. He is oppressed by this aforementioned society and is estranged from his family. He starts anew, a bakery, and learns that all along, the people he cared about most were in the place he was running from. He finally comes to a realization and fights against the oppressive society, and then the novel ends. 10 out of 10. Reason 4. Hentai. Okay. In all seriousness, this could technically be analyzed. Well, even if it is a fucking game about catgirls. And I will try my best to analyze it to prove one point. That literally anything can be good enough if you look hard enough. Which I think is an important message. And plus, it's funny because catgirls, anime, huh? Now, personally, I don't like anime that much, so I'm not some dumb weeb talking about catgirls like it's the only thing keeping me sane on the planet. Unlike these guys. Oh, it's still going. You get the point, right? Anyway, moving on. But I am saying it from the perspective of some guy who likes rom-coms unironically. Seriously, Love Actually is an amazing movie. There are some other funny rom-coms that aren't good movies, but Love Actually is actually a good movie regardless of cringe rom-com tropes. Full stop. So, where do we begin? My overall view? Holy shit. There are so many documentations on how to rate a game, which essentially, TLDR, says be equal so the people who love the game won't criticize you. But I don't give a shit. So, let me make my own ranking system of what I think a good game should be based on. The SwagSeal game rating. Woo! Now, first off, we got gameplay. And gameplay is a very vague rating, but pretty much overall means how you enjoy it. And then second, we got a pretty much elaboration gameplay. Next, we got graphics. It doesn't matter if it doesn't look too good, but as long as it's nice and clean, it's good enough. Characters, people, believe it or not, have empathy towards other people, and so having a good characters can proc these emotions. Uniqueness, you don't want the same game 10 times over. Replayability, it depends what the game is, but anyway. Social and economic availability, aka is it weird or expensive to play, or do you need to turn on Steam Visible mode? And finally, the story. Real quickly, I'll provide an extract of Nekopara voiced by my good friend, the Bandana Man.
Why is vanilla here too?
Wherever chocolate is, I am too. Besides, cat girls don't dislike tight spaces.
I need to do a different voice instead of Heath Ledger joke.
So I think what they're doing, they study to get their bell, right? Their bell's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like just like you can, like a cat girl can like do what they want essentially.
So it's essentially freedom.
Yeah. Like, yeah, it really represents society. I actually feel it would be really interesting just like talk about like overanalyze the shit out of it and talk about it represents society.
The ethics of owning a cat girl.
Exactly. Okay, see that they got their bells. Wow. Well, the ethics of a cat girl. Truly great addition, Bandana Man. But back to the review. In all honesty, most of the points are simple for Nekopara, as you quite saw. Gameplay, you just fucking click your mouse. Elaboration, you read the text and click your mouse. Read and then click repeat. 10 out of 10 gameplay. Fuck games that require effort. Graphics, it is anime. Not realistic. 0 out of 10. Characters, main character sucks. Chocolate is great. Vanilla is great. Sister is incesty. Other cat girls are fine. Random side characters are amazing, so therefore it's 11 out of 10. Uniqueness, 10 out of 10. No other game is amazing as this. It is the best game ever. Replayability. If you love reading, then yeah. But there are some special scenes which one would actually like to replay. So I'll give it a 5 out of 10 as the actual gameplay isn't that replayable. Social and economic availability. It is a sad game to play, and I think there are cheaper visual novels. One of my faves is actually free. It's really good, which I will mention later. And what about the story? Well, this is where it goes from mid-tier to the absolute best game of time. But to really go to the story, well, to question it, we first need an understanding of what a visual novel is, and what it tries to do. So a visual novel, essentially, is a book in which there is not a lot of describing settings. It is mainly dialogue and self-monologues of feelings accompanied by a visual background. For people who want to be captivated by stories but don't like reading a lot, a visual novel engages the individual more by doing half the work for you. That is, describing the settings. Personally, I don't know a lot about popular ones, and I'm quite frankly not bothered to research, but knowing from what I've seen, a very popular one was Doki Doki Literature Club, which is a game about a guy in a poetry club who falls in love with anime girls. Okay, maybe Nekopara doesn't deserve 10 out of 10 for uniqueness. Another one I know is called Butterfly Soup, which is a decent game about falling in love with not anime but cartoon woman, which is pretty much the same. So I'll analyze Doki Doki real quick, and then Butterfly Soup, as well as some other ones I've seen, like A Year of Springs, and also some from a game called Choices. Yep, Choices, the same one with those dumb ads. Doki Doki Literature Club, in short, summary, is a visual novel which changes directions quite weirdly and kind of messed up. Anyways, it starts off with a choose your own story with 4 main characters, and you get to choose between 3 different girls with their own personalities. Every day, you write a poem, and the gameplay is choosing random words. And those random words are liked by certain characters and their personalities. For example, kawaii would go to one girl, and edgy to another. Simple? Simple! Anyways, after that, the developers said, nah, let's not make this a story, let's make it a horror game. So, the idea is that, spoiler alert by the way, the head of the literature club, Monica, another one from Friends, becomes sentient and wants to date the main character, and also breaks the fourth wall and wants to date the person playing the game. It does it in a really cool way, but along the way there's some pretty graphic scenes which I won't get into. Overall, when I played, I was kind of annoyed it took a creepy turn. Like, it might have made it cool for some people, but I enjoyed the story and getting to choose your own character. You had the happy-go-lucky one, which you were friends with for many years, the cute kawaii one, who actually seemed funny and decent, but just hit it. My favourite one. And the edgy one who sits alone and likes to read. Might be my least favourite. But the main point I want to focus on is choice. As choice adds a variety that the individual playing can choose their own characters. But also, they can choose what they say in a conversation, which enhances replayability by a bit. Not much in all honesty, but it means you can add your own personality, which makes the visual novel feel more real. Other visual novels I've seen also follow the same choose your own speech thing, but mainly follow a linear story, which in all honesty, most visual novels are about life and love. So, most of the choices is just, well, who you want to fuck in the game. Doki Doki, at least for the first half of the game, gives you independence with the only linear story being a book fair and a cake stand you prepare for. But enough with Doki Doki. Butterfly Soup. I actually really like this game. Okay, yeah, it's a game about lesbians and all that, but it's really interesting and funny. I like getting a different perspective. Super quick note, I'll talk about one visual novel, which is actually very deep for what it is. There are 3 games which follow the story of LGBTQIA plus people in Japan. The first game follows a transgender going to a hot spring and being too scared to speak up about gender issues. The next game is in the perspective of a friend planning a hot springs for someone and their struggle of trying to be normal as well as landing in trouble. And finally, someone understanding what being asexual means while having the pressure of being a normal woman in the last game. I really summed this up too much, but they're actually good games which give a really new perspective for me as a person who would never experience that and nor what will I ever will. And so, the key word here is perspective. Butterfly Soup is a game that when I played, it meant something to me. It happened when I had a holiday with my broken computer, so I scrolled itch.io for ages, trying to find something entertaining, and I found Butterfly Soup. And the easiest way of explaining it is in the title, Butterfly Soup, which is a metaphor / analogy one of the quirky characters came up with. And please sit for a great dramatic reenactment by SwagSeal himself of this scene. Commence. Deer's house. Hey, I'm here. Hello? Deer? Homie? Deer is examining something on a tree branch. Yo, Karushki made a cocoon. She points at the chrysalis. He's soup now inside. Isn't it crazy? Their whole body liquefies and has to rebuild itself. Imagine if growing up was that bad for us. It must be a complicated process. I always worry something will go wrong in there, and they won't ever wake up. What if someone shakes it really hard? I'll stir the soup. Nah man, they're pretty resilient. Did you know its memory survives that? If you teach a caterpillar something, like to fear a certain smell or whatever, and comes out of a cocoon as a butterfly, it'll still remember. Even though the outside's different, it's still the same caterpillar on the inside, from beginning to end. Will he remember me? Sure, as much as an eating machine can. Believe in Yo, Kurushki. I mean, I think there the metaphor is already quite clear, but at the very end they address the metaphor as well as more quirky stuff. So, once again, commence and enjoy. You know how during metamorphosis, inside the chrysalis, the caterpillars turn to soup? It melts into disgusting, muddled goo slushy. Everyone is a mess when they're growing up. Some people are just better at hiding than others. It's okay if you're flaming things fire. It's okay if you're not what your parents wanted you to be. It's okay to change your mind. If you want to be a butterfly, you have to be butterfly soup first. If you think about it like that, we're all doing pretty good right now. We just don't know it yet. Just keep going. Keep trying, and eventually you'll find people who like you for the weird, fucked up that you are. You deserve to be happy, so don't give up. You won't give up if you don't give up. And if an alligator attacks you, go for the eyes. What? As I told Min last time, she said that line. They're not giving up. I have trivia like that too. If you're walking on the sidewalk and see a car coming towards you, instead of moving forward or backwards, go to left or right, towards the nearest obstacle you see. Why left or right? I don't get it. There's normally too little time to judge the car's direction. Moving directly perpendicular to how you're facing is the best bet. I was looking up to survive if a car drives into you as a pedestrian. I already told you, I'll just hit the car out of the way. This turned into a random advice session. And a conversation, otherwise we'll be standing here forever. Okay, I'm ending it now. Bye. Is that a spoiler? Probably. But the game isn't about the ending, it's about the journey. And so I would once again like to show the start of this game. It's done in a really funny and unique way of introducing the main characters. And so once again, it commence. Butterfly Soup. Dear, the summer between 3rd and 4th grade. Once upon a time, There lived a princess called Mincio. She liked weapons. Everyone was terrified of her. She'd threaten you with knives and steal and break your things. She always got sent to the principal's office because she was bad. Still, she was a lovely princess, and tragically, she was cursed to prick her finger on a spindle and die. Sure enough, one day, like a total idiot, she touched one. And she fell into a deep, death-like slumber. Or at least, she was supposed to. Instead, the princess sat up abruptly and said, "This is the worst story in history. I'm escaping." Wait, Minso, that's not how it goes. I'm right here, the evil dragon. I killed you already. Huh? With what? A gun! You don't have a gun. I made one out of rocks. The hero arrived. As Minso's twin, he's trying to reason with her. Min, that's impossible. Who cares? If I have a gun, I win. It's difficult to argue against Min's brain of logic. Okay, you win. Let's just start over. This time, someone else be the princess, not me. I'm the only girl left, so I guess that's me. Fine. She does seem more like the princess type anyway. What's that supposed to mean? You're really pretty. And it's cute how your hair curls like that. It makes you look like a princess. I just meant that she's left violent. But, whatever. Second try. Once upon a time, there lived a girl named Dia. She was really quiet. It wasn't that she had nothing to say. It was more like she was afraid if she opened her mouth, something would come out that shouldn't. She once held onto an apple core for 45 minutes because she didn't want people to see her walk across the classroom to the trash can. It was that kind of quiet. She was also insanely athletic. There were rumors that under her shirt, she had a six-pack. Tragically, despite how buff she was, this princess was also cursed to touch a spindle and die. And one day, like a total idiot, she touched one. And she fell into a deep, death-like slumber. Nothing could break the spell, but a true love's kiss. For many years she... Dear, get up! I'm here to rescue you! Haha! Only the hero can wake her. That's me, I'm the hero. Wait, no? It's supposed to be Gensio. No, it's me! Huh? But if you're the hero, then what am I? A gun! What? Min grabs Jun's arm and aims it at the dragon. Bang! You're dead! Nice try. But I deflected the bullet with my own bullet. I have a gun too. Why? You're a dragon. This is America. Everyone has a gun. Dia rises to her feet. I also have a gun. And here, we get to the first choice of the game. What an amazing thing. Deflected the deflected bullet with my own bullet. So Min's original bullet is going toward him again. That's unnecessarily complicated. Why don't you just shoot him directly? This way is cooler. Yeah. Nice try, but too bad the bullet bounces off me. How is that possible? My dragon scales are stronger than tank armor. Take that! Maybe we can solve this without fighting then. Let's talk it over. Violence solves everything! I'm making a new gun with rocks. Are you replacing me? Yeah. Sorry. Bang! Dragon's dead! Oh, did you forget? I'm bulletproof. But my gun didn't shoot a bullet. My gun shot a smaller gun, which shot a knife, which exploded. What was the point of the smaller gun in the middle? It's there to shoot the knife. No, but why couldn't the original gun shoot the knife? Min gives Jun an incredulous look. Because it was shooting out the smaller gun. Never mind. Okay, so let's say my elbow is injured now. So if you touch that, I lose. Rawr! Min lunges at him. He sidesteps and darts up the steps to the slide. When Min catches up, he spins so his back is to the wall. She looks like she's having trouble. Do you need help? What? No! The evil dragon faints to the right. Min falls for it, and he rushes past her, back the way he came. Min trips and faceplants on the bridge. Before Min can see, Dia quickly picks up the evil dragon and hurls him off the playground structure like a sack of potatoes. What? Wait, you're the princess. You can't just do that. Dia throws him off the playground structure too. As he disappears over the edge, Min pulls herself back to her feet. Where is everyone? Balcony collapsed. Castle is under construction. Yeah! I rescued you. My hero. Yeah, I'm your hero. Min is struggling to Princess carry Dia down the slide with her. Dia could destroy her with a single punch if she wanted to, but she's patiently going along with it. I owe you my life. How can I repay you? You can repay me with a thud. My name is Dia. I don't really know what to say about myself. I'm pretty boring. The other girl is Min, so everyone calls her Min. She's so cool. Do you see that thing on her arm? She drew a giant dagger on it with a sharpie like a tattoo. And in class, she makes ninja stars out of binder paper and throws them at people. She stamps them with staples so they hurt more. But she never throws them at me. I think it's mad because I'm the only girl she knows who likes baseball. We both used to think that we were the only ones in the world, so we were both really excited to meet each other. I really like her. Too bad we haven't seen enough of my favorite character, Akasha. And so, I'll show you my favorite Akasha scenes. My classmate Akasha messaged me. Hey Dia. Hey. What? Dia, do you like Pringles, right? Yeah. Why? Go outside. XD. Dia goes outside. There's a lens of Pringles sitting on the ground. Hey, sup homie. This is Akasha. She's the kind of person who doesn't give pencils back. You know when you become friends with someone just because you have to see them so much? Yeah, that's us. My parents are always saying I should be more outgoing like her. Like that's something I could just change. Hey Dia, you know what's the best weed? It's when I'm weed you. Dia briskly begins walking away without her. Aw, you're no fun. Of your way, Burger King. Akasha is half joking to keep up with Dia. Hey Dia, did you know that your eye has something called immune privilege? This basically means the outside of your eye prevents your immune system from knowing about the inside of your eye. If it didn't, your immune system would destroy your eyes. That doesn't sound right. I don't believe you. Why not? Because you lie to me all the time. No one else said not to trust you, no matter what. What? Wait, when? When we first met you this year. After you accused her of being a robot with artificially implanted human emotions. Hey, she got annoyed when I pressed her magnet to her head. That means she's a replicant. I was messing with her circuits. Checkmate. No, she was annoyed because you pressed the magnet to her head. Aw, come on, I was just trying to make a good first impression. What's a girl to do? Not that. Poor me. No one feels sorry for you. Would you eat a tiny 2-inch person alive for $100 million? I wouldn't eat him. No. He'd probably taste horrible. People have so many bones, it'd be like eating fish. That's the only reason you wouldn't do it? Are you saying you'd eat him if he was like a Cheeto? What do you mean? Like a talking Cheeto with human intelligence? No, like, he's still a human dude, but he somehow has the taste and texture of a Cheeto. What the heck? This is getting pretty abstract. I wanna eat him. Dia shakes her head. Wow. Now I know you're a true homie. Great. Why are you even talking about this? We met at school. I should get in my locker first before going to class. Suddenly, Akasha takes off running. Where are you going? Huh? It's pee-pee time. Can you not say things like that? Akasha left. She never takes a day off from being weird. Just slow down and smell flowers. Appreciate life's miracles. Like me, I'm life's greatest miracle. Hey dear, how many second graders do you think you could beat up if they came at you in waves of 10, with a 5th grader boss coming every 5 waves? At least a few dozen. Savage. You didn't feel bad hitting little kids? Well, they started it. If they don't want to get hit, they shouldn't attack me. Mel looks a bit left out by this conversation. Why just dear? How can you not asking me? Because I already know the answer for you. 0. And you can believe that all these scenes were just in the start of the game. It only gets better from here. So, I won't spoil the whole game for you guys. You gotta find out the funny lines along the way. So that gets you to our next point. The rest of the game, which, well, TLDR, it's a game about lesbians. And so we get some love happening. And honestly, it's a very enjoyable ride, with everyone getting their own personal character develop, and it's truly quite sweet and summed up in the beautiful butterfly soup analogy. Butterfly soup is a game about normal outcasts who come together in not the best ways, but not bonding and growing together, and I feel it gives a perspective in life I would never have, as I am not a lesbian sadly, or am I? But I cannot highly enough suggest this game, as it enhances my understanding on, well, lesbians, but also increase my empathy and ability to put myself in someone else's shoes. As the wise Atticus Finch once says, you never really understand a person until you consider things from his point of view, until you climb into his skin and walk around into it. And I guess that's why butterfly soup is important to me. It enhanced my perspective, and I believe it should be important to everyone, as it is a very simple yet enjoyable game that, at least for me, provided way more than I thought it to be. So, yeah, video over. Have a nice day. Sweet be thy dreams. Wait, wasn't there an actual purpose of this video? Oh yeah, Nekopara. Oh fuck, I forgot about the game. Well, after looking at Butterfly Soup, I can only say that it's probably better. Gameplay, story, character-wise, but except for one thing, catgirls. Okay, in all seriousness, if you want a video about Nekopara, I'd be glad. I just didn't want to play through it, and I wanted this to be more of a serious video. Because, you know, it's just more of a comedy thing to analyze a game about catgirls, and I kind of just go on a rant about a different game anyway. But I really enjoyed Butterfly Soup. It'll be linked in the description and everything, so hope you enjoy it. And if you play it, leave a comment, say you liked it. Maybe it sucked, but no, just tell me. Thanks.